Welcome to another edition of the Instant Wrestling Report, alongside my partners Quad, Robert, and Ryan. I'm your host, J-Man. In this edition of the Instant Wrestling Report, we're going to do our 2011 9th Anniversary Show review. Just getting back from Chicago, attending the show this past Saturday. Absolutely great show. If you guys could get out there and see Ring of Honor's live product, it's amazing. It's totally different than any other thing you're going to go out there and see. Not like TNA, not like WWE. It's really a fan-friendly kind of thing where they really get the crowd involved. You get that, interaction with the wrestlers that you don't get a lot of other places, and that's really what we, felt that whenever we did there. So, really good show overall. Now we will start with the first match. We had Davey Richards versus Colt Cabana.
It was a great way to start this show. We weren't expecting this to be the first match. No way. Just because it's Colt Cabana's hometown of Chicago, so everybody's already pumped.
And Davey's huge right now.
And Davey's huge. It was just a good back and forth match, slobber knocker. Yeah. There was quite a few spots.
Original in there.
Yeah, quite a few spots. I thought Colt was going to win since it's his hometown. He had the Billy Goat curse on him, and he got out of it. But Davey ended up winning it. It was a good way to start. He did point at me and Ryan's signs.
Chucked him with the screamer.
It was just a good way to start the show, and it was a hot start.
Yeah. Good match there. Number 2, we had the Four Corner Survival with Kyle O'Reilly, Mike Bennett, Steve Corino, and Grizzly Redwood.
After such a hot start with that first match, we're hoping a lot out of this match. It's the first chance I got to see Kevin O'Reilly, and I was very impressed by him. Mike Bennett, same way, the prodigy they call him. A lot of the fans were getting some heat about he couldn't wrestle. I thought he did great, O'Reilly obviously is a prodigy of Davey Richards. You can kind of see that in some of the kicks and some of the moves and stuff. Mike Bennett, they called a prodigy, and he looked really strong. I really liked him. I'm becoming a fan of both of them. Yeah. Grizzly Redwood, he had some spots in this where he did everything he normally does. He's big time over with the crowd. Everybody was kind of cheering him. Steve Corino, personally, I don't care for him. I give him a lot of heat. I know the fans, he's over with the fans, and a lot of people do like him. He didn't fit in this match. You had 2 up-and-coming stars. You had Grizzly Redwood and then Corino. So I think it was a pretty decent match. I know going into it, I was thinking O'Reilly would win, but it ended up being Mike Bennett. And I was okay with that. He's pretty good. He's becoming a pretty good wrestler.
Yeah. Third up, we had the El Generico versus Michael Elgin match.
I was pretty excited for this. It was exactly like I thought it was going to be. A lot of striking, a lot of chopping, a lot of big power moves. A couple of dives here and there, and there were some cool spots. Truth got involved like I thought he would. Did a lot of stuff. Like there was a cool spot where Truth jumped off the top rope and was gonna attack Generico, but landed. Elgin caught him on his shoulders, and Generico came at him. Elgin did a power bomb to El Generico with Truth on his arms, on his shoulders. And that was a really cool spot. Yeah. And Elgin looked pretty impressive. I was impressed. I'd seen him before, and it looked kind of like Elgin was gonna get the win, but Truth got involved a little bit and wasn't paying attention too much. And El Generico got Elgin in a roll up and got the pin, and then there was a beatdown.
Yeah, ended with the beatdown. House of Truth coming out, and Roderick came out, started the beatdown, and El Generico kind of out of there. Nobody coming out for the save, and Roderick started cutting this promo about Homicide's not going to beat him in this street fight, tonight for the world title, and ends up Homicide comes out and says, let's do it right now. Let's not wait till the main event. Let's get the street fight on, and they do end up having the official Ring of Honor world title match in a Barrio street fight. A lot of hardcore action with the street fight elements of it, and had a great flip dive out of the outside, the Topacahilo with Homicide, and ended up going into the outside into the crowd, fighting chairs and all this kind of crap. Had a really cool little things which I don't think we've ever seen before, where they had Roderick had post up in every single corner, had a chair in every single corner, and they were throwing Roderick into that. And
Homicide was picking sides.
Yeah,
people cheering.
And Truth Martini once again getting involved in this one and helping Roderick get the win with that nasty suplex into a backbreaker. Got the win and retained the world title. Pretty good, kind of short and kind of little random where they placed it, but not really too much people looking really into that one because of Homicide not really being in that hunt for that title, but Roderick keeping the world title there. The 5th match now, after the intermission, we had Sara Del Rey versus MsChif.
This was a women's match to start off intermission, so you knew they were just going to try to build up off that. Two of the greatest women's wrestlers in today. It was an okay match, really short.
Yeah.
It pretty much they shit on MsChif.
Kind of shit on both of them.
They kind of shit on both of them. They could have done so much more. Sara Del Rey won it.
Like a angle slam variation.
Yeah,
Queen of Wrestling.
MsChif really didn't look that strong.
She
Really not
didn't
at
look-
all.
She didn't look, but they both were hot, so it just made it all good.
That's all Quad cares about.
I just want to see some puppets.
Yeah, funny little story there. We ended up seeing MsChif when we were checking out our hotel. We got a picture of her, which you'll be seeing soon enough. All right, next match now. We had the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles with the Kings of Wrestling, the reigning champions, versus the upcoming All Night Express.
This was probably the most exciting match of the night, in my opinion, for me. The crowd was just so into this match. The Kings are heels, and they're so over no matter where they go. It's just ridiculous. There was just so much chants going on, just people just going nuts for this match. It was kind of getting annoying. Yeah. But the match was it was great live, and All Night Express looked fantastic. Like, I really see them being contenders in the future. I really thought that, this could have been the right spot for them. They could have had that Austin Aries moment, when Aries beat Joe and nobody thought it was going to happen. Yeah. They could have had that moment where they beat the Kings, but the match was great. A lot of just great double team stuff, really, really exciting. And, like, the Kings get the win, the loaded elbow pad Chris Hero gets, but so much fun. Just so exciting live. So
really good match. Really good to see, All Night Express really with the Kings Wrestling, best tag team in the world today, really, proving themselves in that one. Next up, we had the 30-minute 2 out of 3 falls match for the TV title with champion Christopher Daniels versus Eddie Edwards.
You got Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel. You got Eddie Edwards, one half of the American Wolves. Obviously, you've seen our preview. I was up for this match. Even our video going there. This was the match that I wanted to see. I threw out a bold prediction in the preview, thinking this match was the match of the night. It delivered in every way. Yeah, it's a 30-minute match. So it kind of started off slow. They kind of built up to it. It was 2 out of 3 falls. The first fall was Daniels.
A roll up.
With a roll up. The second fall was Eddie Edwards out of submission. Then you thought, okay, what's going to happen? They kept, doing the countdown. What's going to happen with this? Who's getting that final fall? At the 30-minute mark, obviously Daniels, they got busted open.
Top rope Hurricane.
Yeah, top rope, sick top rope Hurricane.
From live, it was kind of really hard to tell what really happened.
If it was really, it was really an act.
And he got thrown over the top rope onto the mat.
Yeah, and he was.
And everybody was kind of wondering what was going on because the ref would come out there, and they, the match 30 minutes was up. Everybody's kind of starting 5 more minutes. We all wanted a conclusion of this. It looked like Daniels was.
It made both guys. It made both guys look.
It made both guys.
It didn't make one guy look bad over the other, which is kind of what they were trying to do.
They kind of played it off that Daniels really hurt his neck because they had ice on his neck. He was trying to
busted open.
They were picking him up. He was bleeding. So they ended up, it ended 1-1 after 30 minutes. So hopefully they'll build on this.
Yeah.
So, I was exactly what I called in the preview it was going to be. To me, it was the match of the night. I loved every minute of it.
Definitely good there. We now had the main event, the Dream Tag match, which would be for the #1 contenders for the Ring of Honor Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. We had the Briscoe brothers versus Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin. I really enjoyed this match. I thought it kind of started out a little bit slow, but I really picked up the pace. And Austin Benjamin ended up getting the wins there, so they'll probably go on and face the Kings.
It was a good match. I wanted to see this. I think everybody wanted to see this since we knew Haas and Benjamin were coming. Haas and Benjamin are the really good athletes.
Oh, God, yeah.
So anyone you throw against them, they will give them everything they have, no questions asked, no matter what company they're at. Yeah. And then when you throw in the Briscoes, who are crazy people who will jump, do anything.
It's the tag team you think of.
I would almost even say Briscoes are just as athletic as they
are.
Easy.
Equal.
Yeah, easy.
Equal tag team.
So it was a great match. It pumped everybody back up because towards this time everybody started dying down because of all the matches before. Yeah. But this got everybody wound up. Yeah. It was a great way to end the show.
Well, being as big as this pay-per-view was, everybody was just so hyped for everything. It's like after the 2 out of 3 falls match and everything, the first part of this match, the crowd was like tired. Yeah. They finally got back into it. There's a couple spots where Shelton was doing some stuff with Jay Briscoe, and they both just kind of started smiling like, everybody's been wanting this. The Briscoes, the best in Ring of Honor, the best they've had for,
There was a dream match.
6-time champion, you got the wrestling's greatest tag team that came from WWE, they were the elite back in the day, everybody wanted this match for years. They finally happened. You get, this back and forth stuff. The Briscoes are very athletic. They were doing, stuff off the top rope. They can brawl with you, I really enjoyed it. I'm a big Briscoes fan, and I'm, Shelton and Charlie Haas really kind of brought it all together, one big, big match.
Yeah, it was good. I still think it could have been better, but I still think they did a really good job.
The ladder war?
Yeah.
I still think they did a really good job with what they, we got, and I think it was good that they let Haas Benjamin go over in this match. They're the fresh face in the company as a tag team.
Really want to put over those names.
And
the names, yeah.
Yeah, and I think with what was going on with the Kings and the world's greatest tag team or wrestling's greatest tag team at the Court of Honor pay-per-view, how good that was. I think they realized, we could do a lot more with these guys.
I do got to mention this. When man up is one of the sayings for the Briscoes. Chant always happens.
Yeah.
Somebody started chanting "Hoss up."
Plus up.
Random.
It was just random. It was like out of nowhere. We're all chanting man up. We're actually chanting for both, and we like both teams.
Really, everyone was into both teams there. So
and
really
then after the match, you thought they did the code of honor, and I was expecting. But they both gave each other hugs, and they were like, we laid everything out.
And it really showed. Everything. It was really great to end an anniversary show for Ring of Honor with that whole, just respect that it is there for the way that
Code
Ring of Honor
is.
They did mention during intermission about the winner of the two tag team matches would face each other at the WrestleMania weekend show.
Yes. And then the world champion
would
face Daniels.
Would face Christopher Daniels versus the world champion Roderick Strong.
So you got those two matches
a lot of
WrestleMania.
And I pay-per-view for both Friday and Saturday, so WrestleMania weekend.
And WrestleMania Sunday, so that's going to be
a
wrestle full week.
Oh, you got
Dragon Gate USA.
Dragon Gate USA is there. You got ROH there. You got the WrestleMania weekend. What it's all about. So it's going to be a hype weekend in Hotlanta.
So I may need to get another job to go down there.
All right, that will end our Ring of Honor 9th Anniversary Show review. Be sure to look out for more videos coming up with our road trip. Had some crazy videos. It'll be pretty funny. From my partners Quad, Robert, and Ryan, I'm your host J-Man. Thank you for watching another edition of the Instant Wrestling Report, your source for professional wrestling news, information, opinions, and still.